Hey folks, here at Book Talk Reviews. You're watching our video review of Never Let Me Go. This is a 2005 dystopian novel published by British-Japanese novelist Kazuo Ishiguro. And this is a pretty famous novel that's actually a part of the IB curriculum in some countries, and so it's a mandatory read for some high school students. Otherwise, it's a pretty powerful book because it discusses the idea of cloning and how in a society where the rich can almost never die because if one of their organ fails, they basically get to take their organs from a cloned, person, and so they get to extenuate their lives. And whether or not this is a humane method of, continuing to live in general. So it has a lot of these powerful themes. It's quite similar in idea to Unwind, which is another teen dystopian novel. But compared to something like The Hunger Games, which is completely different, other than being in the dystopian genre, it has a bit less action, it's more suspenseful, and it keeps you turning the pages late at night, but it's not as plot-driven. It's more built upon mystery and built upon romance and the element of time. So it's a bit more literary than, I guess, something like more of an adventure or a thriller, but it still is very exciting to read in the idea that it really makes your mind boggle and makes you think. Otherwise, it's cast in this fictional place called Hailshen, and again, the main protagonist is actually called Katie, and she has two friends who are called Tommy and also Ruth. And these three friends are really close together, and all three of them are actually clones in this future society. And so basically, they don't have that long to live, and at each age, they basically develop and have to go through these vital organ transfers, so their organs get taken away to actually regular human beings for them to live longer lives. But it's actually, again, pretty sad because these clones basically have the same emotions as humans do, and this is really shown by how the main protagonist develops a love for Tommy, and there's also this love triangle that goes on throughout the course of the book. So they display the same emotions basically as you and I do, but this is what really makes the novel in general tragic, is the idea that you have really limited time to get what you want. And so this idea of time is certainly a very powerful motif in this novel, because it doesn't really matter, I guess, if you're a clone in this book or if you're a human like in today's society, because it discusses how we have limited time on Earth, and so we don't have the liberty to waste it away either on love or getting what we want. And so it really asks, really gives us a reminder to really live our lives the way that we're supposed to, and to keep on reaching for our dreams while we still have the time and we still have the youth. And so it's pretty powerful in that sense. Overall, this is definitely a really interesting read. It's about 280 pages or so, and so it's not the longest book in the world, but it has, again, pretty nice suspense going on throughout it. You do get frustrated when reading this book because sometimes it really relies on the sensory descriptions, a lot of vivid imagery going on, and also you're sometimes frustrated that the protagonist doesn't do enough. You just want to say, oh, why aren't you doing more? Why aren't you doing it defying the system? And you'll find that the protagonist here is certainly not like Katniss in the Hunger Games in the sense that she's really defiant, but rather it's more realistic and it has this very somber tone to it. Overall, pretty interesting. I would say this book is 4 out of 5 stars, which is excellent, and you can check out our full written review on our website. Thanks for watching this video review here at Book Talk Reviews. This has been Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and this novel has also been adapted to a film version in 2010.